Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Libra, this is your intuitive tarot reading for the weeks of May 4th to the 17th. I've been a little bit sick, so I'm bringing you a fortnightly energy this time around. So what we have here, we have the Trust the Niggle Oracle card. Bhakti's behind there. We have the 10 of Cups, Page of Wands, High Priestess, the Fool, the Moon, and the Devil. So I just want to say that Libra, this week or this fortnight, your intuition is dynamite. You must trust it. You've got 3 strong cards of intuition here. Whatever gut feelings you're getting, maybe, if you feel like a dream is quite powerful, what you're feeling in your heart, any intuition that you have, my goodness, listen to it because, yeah, it's looking very, very strong here. And, we do have the devil energy here, so there could be some situation that might be a little bit toxic that needs to be exposed or that you need to deal with. I think that's what the intuition is around. We have beautiful new pathways opening up for you that are really going to lead somewhere great. So maybe just a shift that needs to happen. We also have 4 major arcana, guys. And as you'll know, generally the more major arcana, the more significant the event that's playing out. And the more linked to the big themes, the life lessons, because the major arcana, each one of those stands for almost like a key lesson in our life as we journey through. So I'm really interested to see where this goes. We've obviously got some mixed energies, but my goodness, we've got some really beautiful energy here coming in. So let's go to the oracles first. Now we've got Bhakti. So Bhakti here, guys, is really about the energy of devotion and connection to spirit. So, some of you might have been doing, more spiritual practices or meditation and things like that recently, and maybe that's why your intuition is so heightened. So, and if you haven't been doing that, maybe take some time out to connect to whatever that energy is for you, whether it's just your higher self or maybe it's your God, whatever it is that you believe in or in your religion, taking some time to connect with that energy, because I really feel that you're an open channel at the moment for downloads, for messages, for the divine to speak with you. And we have Trust the Niggle, which just really connects in with the High Priestess and the Moon energy here in the tarot, guys. So it's really telling you that whatever, gut feelings that you're having at the moment, you need to listen to them, because I feel like it might be coming from the divine, your guides, whatever it is you believe in. They're really trying to get your attention on something or someone or a situation. So I'll read that one out and then we'll unpack the tarot. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? Try as you might, it's there and it's not going anywhere. Many people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting. And until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way. The relationship, the conversation, the decision, that shift that needs to be made, the stone that is in your shoe. Yeah, that's definitely linking into that devil energy there, guys. There is something that needs to come to a head or need to be addressed. And it's interesting that in that oracle card it says that some people actually ignore these intuitions for years. I personally would find that hard to do, but I do know that some people, go along in a relationship that they're not happy in, or stay in a job where they might be being manipulated by their boss or being pushed too hard, because there is another payoff there, that the money, maybe a good commute or something like that. But the thing is, guys, often when we release this situation, even though we think it's got a certain amount of good in it, it's when we release it that something even better comes in. So, we really need to trust our intuition and trust the direction that the divine is trying to lead us into. Look at this. High Priestess and the Moon. Powerhouse intuition, absolutely powerful. So definitely listen to whatever is coming through, whatever you're seeing, whatever you're feeling in this fortnight here, Libra. But also, the link between the High Priestess, the Moon, and the Devil is this energy of undercurrent, this energy of something going on behind the scenes. behind the curtain, what's going on behind a curtain in your life. If you think about, I'm just seeing the vision of the theatre at the moment where we have the play, unfolding on the stage, and the audience are impressed and they're delighted and they're clapping. But behind that, it's a whole different scene. Behind it, there's no show lights, there's no makeup. It's people, working hard in the darkness to pull the strings, to get the props to appear, to do all the things. So there's kind of like these two completely different realities going on. So ask yourself, is there a situation in your life where you feel like there might be two different realities? Maybe you're dealing with somebody who has two different faces, who might present one face to you, but on the inside there's someone different. Maybe, it's a, relationship where, it's really, really good a lot of the time, but then it has the ability to turn, to change. Maybe it's that person again. There's many different ways you can interpret that, but it's just this idea of, everything is not as it seems. And, sometimes when the show lights go out, or when the behind closed doors, when no one's looking, you might be dealing with somebody who changes. That's what I'm feeling with this. And yet it can be your employer, as soon as the office door closes or something there, and you're on your own, they start reprimanding you or talking to you in a condescending way, or loading up your workload when no one else is looking. You know what I mean. So there is that little element of deception here with these two cards. There is the element of, secrets being revealed as well. Some of you might be learning something about a person. For some of you, it could be a memory coming up from your own subconscious. The moon talks about that, talks about subconscious memories being released. It talks about things that maybe have been in your shadow side, or the shadow side of somebody else you might be dealing with, coming up and being really, revealed. Talks about things going on in the half-light. The High Priestess can be, like I said, a truth revealed. You might learn something about a person. The High Priestess really has this link to heaven and hell, to those two different realms. So I feel like there's a situation that might be, crossing that line between those two different states at different times. I know that kind of sounds confusing, but I think you'll know what I mean if this is your reading. And it's to do with this energy here, the devil. So, I have covered some of the situations that can be, but really feeling that kind of two-faced energy, or that behind closed doors, whether that's in work or that's in relationships for you. There is somebody that might be kind of it's like this person is the puppeteer. Just going back to that, I keep going back to seeing that theatre with the person pulling the strings of the props. Is there somebody that's kind of orchestrating your life and taking that control, or puppeteering in some way? And maybe, look, it might not, there's levels to this card. It might not be, majorly toxic. However, maybe that's taking from you that ability for you to step up and to be the master of your own reality. And there's that little sense maybe for some of you of codependency, and, you want more control in your life. These other lovers here that are chained to the devil, and they could free themselves if they want to. Those chains are loose enough, but they are choosing to stay. So there could be a situation that you're choosing to stay in because there is, there's a payoff for the cost of staying there. Like I mentioned, there's something that you might be getting out of it, and that's why you choose to stay. But generally, the devil energy is not sustainable. That's why it has the bat wings there. It kind of sucks the life force out. So the idea is that, you are potentially, leaking energy, or what you've got to lose over time is going to be more than that little payoff. So we really need to clear this energy. Yeah, and look, of course there's levels. Like I mentioned, it could be someone that you're dealing with who's very manipulative, or like I said, it could just be like a husband who thinks they're doing a really good thing for you by controlling all the finances and orchestrating your lifestyle, but that is in some way disabling you from, having your own choices, or, being able to stand up in that way to be in your power. So that's what I'm seeing here. It's that kind of energy. But there is a new pathway here opening up. So whether some of you are actually going to be walking away from a situation, that is one possibility, or some of you might just be, having that honest conversation with that person and saying, hey, things need to change. I want to step up. I'm going through changes. I'm going through an awakening. You know, that's what we have here. These two cards here say new beginning, new journey, new pathway opening up, exploring life again, you know, exploring your own passions, what lights you up. Maybe sick of being controlled, you know, wanting to go your own way. You know, the Fool is that beautiful, fresh new beginning. Even though you're not too sure at the moment what the destination is going to be or where it's headed, it's trusting that gut, you know, trusting that intuition and taking that leap of faith anyway, hoping that the universe will catch you. Maybe some of you don't know whether you should leave that relationship or that job or that friendship, toxic friendship, whatever it is. These cards here say leap. The universe will catch you. You know, have your head held high, reconnect with your rebel heart, and just get out there and get back into life. The Page of Wands is somebody who can find growth and passion and energy and enthusiasm, even in the most barren of landscapes. Some of you might feel a little bit out in the desert. You know, when you're clearing from the situation or after stepping away from it, there could be a little pause before the new pathway opens up. But it will, and that Page of Wands energy is going to help you find the growth, you know, find the diamond in that situation, that the breadcrumbs that lead you onto this new path. And we have the little nod here to manifestation with the 3 sand dunes. This is a time to dream big, to manifest a new beginning for yourself, and then to take the inspired action, as represented by the Ace of Wands here, in order to make that happen. It's about getting your power back, getting back on purpose in your life. The Fool, thinking about, you know, what is it that you've always wanted to do, and, you know, removing what is holding you back from getting out there and doing that. The Fool has that energy of like rebel heart connection, or connecting with your higher self, or, you know, getting back on life purpose, and, you know, really taking that leap of faith. Absolutely. And it could, you know, it could actually involve you having to release a person, a marriage, a relationship, a situation, a way that you've made your finances, an addiction, something like that that's holding you back from this new beginning. Because, Libra, if you are to take that journey, the promise is pretty huge here with the 10 of Cups. When I see this card, I always say this is the living your best life card. So, as I mentioned earlier, you know, you may have stayed in a situation that had a few things that were a little bit off, but had some good things as well. Like I said, the job that has the right salary, the relationship where it's easier financially because you're in a partnership, or you might have great chemistry, but then you're not getting your emotional needs met. Well, you know, the 10 of Cups is that promise of, if you release that situation that's only a half glass full, then you will move on to 10 glasses overflowing with the 10 of Cups. So there is something far greater waiting for you, where you can have everything you desire, the home, the beautiful partner, the children, whatever it is for you that means that, you know, you're completely fulfilled in your life. That's the 10 of Cups. And yeah, it's waiting. So that's where this destination could be heading, if you're really willing to do the work, to do the releases, to trust that intuition, to step onto that new path. So I absolutely love that energy. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck, guys. Whew. Lots of energy here. I'm just going to pull a couple of these keywords to close out. Sincerity. So what coming in? Freedom. Yeah, okay. Sincerity. So just making sure that when you are dealing with this individual, or, you know, bringing things to a head, you know, just make sure that you are sincere, that you have your own humility, that you have your integrity intact. You know, especially if you're dealing with somebody who may not be like that, you know, you be the stronger mirror, and, you know, you keep to your own values while you're going through that, because it's going to lead to your freedom. You know, that's exactly the Fool's journey. This is a journey towards greater freedom, towards your best life. But it just involves, you know, releasing yourself from, you know, some kind of shackles that have been holding you back in this situation. The time is now, Libra. So take the inspired action, step onto that new journey, and take that leap of faith. Okay, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Do keep in mind it's a general reading. It won't be for every Libra out there. Leave me a comment. Love to know how it's shaping up in your daily life and if it resonates. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.